Okay, welcome back. So we're going to move on to the last part of this now, part D. There are more theory-based parts, but this is the last bookkeeping part. It's the budgeted trading account. Okay, so I've just written the title here, budgeted trading account, and it's just like trading accounts we've done already. It's just your sales less cost of sales and work out your gross profit. Okay, the one thing I suppose to remember though when we're doing this, when we're talking about stock in this part, it's all raw materials. For the trading account, we're going to be talking all in finished products, so supers and supremes. So let's get started. The sales, first of all, sales, and the sales figure we can get from that sales budget that we did earlier. They didn't ask us for it, but we prepared one anyway because we knew we were going to need this figure later on. So it's 3,292,000. So sales, 3,292,000. That's our projected sales for the year. Okay, then less cost of sales, or less cost of goods sold if you prefer. Sales. Okay, then we start with opening stock. Again, we're going to go plus purchases, less closing stock. But our opening stock, and this time we're talking about supers and supremes. Super, supreme instead of raw materials. And so to work this out, we go back to the question and we see what was our opening stock. Stock of finished goods on the 1st of the 1st of January, that means that's our opening stock. 600 units at 120 each, 450 at 140. So 600 units at 120 each, and it was 450 units at 140 euros each, I believe it was, and that comes to 72,000 and 63,000. Okay, so that's your opening stock. Add the two of them together and we get, what's that, 5,135. Okay, plus purchases. Now, the only thing is, that's the one difference, I suppose, between this and a regular trading account is this is a factory. It doesn't purchase in its goods for resale, it manufactures them. So instead of opening stock plus purchases less closing stock, it's going to be opening stock plus the cost of manufacturing or the cost of production less closing stock. And we get this cost of production from the previous part, and here it is, our 2664,690. So plus cost of production what did we say it was? 2664,690, because it doesn't purchase in its goods for resale, it manufactures them. That's its cost instead of a purchasing cost. So add the two of these together and we get 2799,690. Okay, and then it's less closing stock or minus closing stock. And again, we're going to have super and supreme. Okay, and again, we're going to have to work out the value of our closing stock here. And here's where we'll go back to our production budget. First of all, to get the amount of our closing stock, we've got 480 supers we worked out was our amount of our closing stock, and 360 supremes. So 480 supers and 360 supremes. But what we can't use is the same cost per item that we had as the opening stock, because that's what it cost us to make these 600, which we made last year because we still have them in our warehouse left over from last year, and this is the cost of making these last year. But costs go up year after year, so we need the new cost. And where we get this from is when it asked us to do the budgeted trading account, it gave us that little bit of information in brackets here. If the budgeted cost of a unit of super and supreme is 180 and 210 respectively. So multiplied by 180 multiplied by 210. Okay, and working that out, I'm going to have to squeeze this in. I'm going to say that's 86,400 And this one is, I'm putting brackets around it because I'm subtracting. It's minus or less closing stock. So I'm putting brackets here just to show that these are minuses. 75, 600. You could equally have put this, if I had 3 columns, I could have put the 2 of these together here, added them together and subtract the total from the 2799. So altogether, when I subtract them, then I get 2,637,690. That's my cost of sales or cost of goods sold. I subtract that from sales, and what I get when I subtract it is going to be my gross profit. 654,310. That's my gross profit. Oops. Okay, so one last thing to note about this question before I sign off then, and that is that in Part D, there are 3 different types of Part D that come up in this question. It used to be that there was only 2 different types. You were either asked for a budgeted trading account and given this cost of a unit of each of these, or you weren't asked to create the trading account and you were asked to calculate the cost of a unit of super and a unit of supreme, which we will go through in the future, and I'll show you how to do that. But more recently in a question, they have asked you to actually calculate the unit cost of whatever the 2 items that you're selling are, and also prepare the budgeted trading account. So in older years, it was one or the other, calculating this or creating the budget trading account, and they give you these figures. But in the most recent time this came up, they asked you to do both, calculate these and then create the budgeted trading account. Okay.